Okay, hello everyone, hello family. Here I am making another video for you, but this time I'm not gonna be mean and yell at it because MT asked for it, and because he's been so kind and gracious to work on his blues and make them so damn amazing. I decided to do this and get you another video with the new blues. So you have Jazz's video with the new blues and how he does it, and then mine. And guess what? They're both the same, but I'm just showing you that any MT and anyone who can pop in and show you the blues, they're all going to be working the same way. The same way. Okay? Now what I've seen with this new blues is that you can take it both ways. Yeah, a shocker. Before, like, I would have not touched, let's say, this entry, right? There's a blue coming up now here. I would have not touched this guy to go against it because it's with the trend up. However, I've noticed that with the new blues, if you pair up the 15 and 30 minutes, especially as a duo, they work so strong together. And of course, if there's no signals pushing it through further higher, this is absolutely brilliant that you could take with the blues against the trend, down or up, whichever it is, and also against certain signals, and I will show you how and why. So this video is only and only about blues and the entries with the blues. That's it, and that'll be both ways. Okay, so let's go fishing for the new entry. Okay, so now we're already seeing a GCAT, a new blue showing up. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see if there's a second blonde 15 showing up. Oh, there it is. There we go. Look at that. I'm just going to pause it. So now we have two blues, right? We have the price going to the at the BB band. This is at the BB band, at the BB band, at the BB band. Now, why would I not be afraid to take the blues now? Why? And why would I not think that, oh, because it's with the trend, it's going to go up higher? Well, there's no signal to push it through, and because of the appearance of the blues, that tells me right now that the GCAT's trend is not going to make it through the BB bands without help. And because there's no help showing up right now at 79, this is for me the best signal to tell me to take it down. It broke the BB band here, so it's going to go down. Okay, so we take it at 79 down. Now we wait 20 minutes. Now, in order for you to give a chance to a trade for some real pips, not 5-10, for me, taking 5-10 pips is now a past situation, okay? This is what you used to do a year ago or a year and a half ago. Not anymore, guys. The system that MT has updated has given you and allowed you the space of making in one trade freaking 30, 40, 50, 60 pips. Why would you want to go in for 10 pips? Why? I'm telling you why now. Because probably you're weak right now mentally. It's probably because you have zero patience, so zero discipline as well, and then you're afraid and you doubt the system because probably you've been trading wrong all this time, that now when you're supposed to trade right and you're taking it right, you still have the bad habits in your mind and the memories that don't allow you to sit in a trade for 20-25 minutes and trust and believe the signals that you're having. So in order for you to make yourself comfortable waiting in, you have to force it. You have to freaking force yourself for the next few weeks until you get comfortable enough to sit in a trade for 20-25 minutes. So even if you're shaking, even if your palms are sweating, that doesn't mean that you're in the wrong trade. That just means you've created such a long memory of bad habits and lack of patience that right now it works against you when you could be taking 20, 30, 40 pips instead of 5 or 10 because you're afraid. And then you get out and then you regret and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe, why did PP take 40 pips and I just took 10? Well, because PP has fought this battle before you did. We both fought the battle of our minds over the wrong and the bad mindset that we've created at the beginning, because guess what, it wasn't as easy as it is now. It's so damn easy right now, especially with the new blues, to take easy entries without any stress. So all I'm asking you is stay in for 20 minutes, okay? If you don't have signals, if signals show up against you, please, by all means, exit. But if you have nothing coming against the direction, there's no reason for you to exit. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So it will feel uncomfortable. It is fine to be, it will be normal to feel uncomfortable and sweaty, and you're going to be panicking and you're going to be pacing down and up in your room. But it is because of your bad history of taking trades and losing them. It doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong right now, okay? Just remember that and force yourself. Put a timer in your face and watch that timer, and don't touch the mouse or don't put the hands on your desk, computer desk, until those 20 minutes have passed. This is how I've done it, and this is how I'm sure everyone else has done it, and that's how you can do it as well. You have to force yourself to stay in, okay? 79. We wait 20 minutes. Let's take it further, okay? Okay, guys. Here we are. That's 25 minutes. Look at this, right? And it's still going. Look, there's nothing against you. You even have a yellow and a small red. Look at this. The second it touches this guy, that's it. That's your exit right there. From 79, guys, to 42 in less than 25 minutes. Look how much you've gotten. Look at that. That's already 40 pips, okay? Okay, so we can close it, let's say at 40 or 41, and it's done. So within the next 26 minutes of you entering this room at 9:42, you've already, with the help of the blues and the beer bands breaking or touching the long terms, you've already managed to get yourself 40 pips, almost 40 pips. That is insane. But this is how the new blues work, okay? This is the first example of the blues working. Okay, now let's see another one. Look at that guy. See? It went all the way down to 33. Look at that. How amazing. Okay. Now let's see if there's another. Oh, there's another one showing up. Okay. Now, let's see how high it's going to. 93, 94, 95, 97. Okay. Again, the same blues show up. This time, a signal showed up, and that's why it broke the beer bands on 1, 4, 8 hour and daily. So now you're supposed to expect that it's going to come down. Even if it's a super ping up with the trend, it will have to come down because now the blues showed up, and that means it's going to come down. This is the price that you want it to go to touch it, and it's coming down. So you believe it. You don't need to wait for a 1 hour blue or a 4 hour blue. There's nothing else pushing it here. There's only a 1 hour super ping that appeared up just to push it outside the beer bands. It did its job. Trust the blues. It's coming down, guys. Okay? Now this is the second blue trade. We're taking it at 97, and you force yourself to stay in for 20 minutes. Now, because we have a super ping with us, okay, it might be less than 20 minutes. Why? Because if this guy doesn't disappear or and the signal stays there, then where are we taking it up to? We take it up to the orange line in 5 minutes. Why? Because the space between the beer bands and the orange line allows you of a profit of 20-30 pips, and that is enough. We do not want to go risking too much, okay? We risk as safe as we can, and we can. So we will see if this guy disappears completely, then yeah, sure, we will allow it to come down from 97 to 30. But if this guy doesn't disappear, then we know where to exit, and that's the orange line, okay? That's simple. Okay, as close as possible to the orange line, we exit, guys. Okay, there we are, 75. Okay, 74, 73. Boom, that's it. We exit here. Why? Because now there's a new 15 minutes showing up that doesn't have a blue, that didn't break through, and you can easily come pink again and break further up. We've seen it before so many times, so there's no need to risk. Okay, we still have a signal up, so we're gonna exit here. No shaming that. We've anyway waited 15 to 20 minutes anyway. It's not like we exited in the next 5 minutes. And look at that, guys, from 97 to 73, we already got 24 pips, okay? 24 pips. That is absolutely amazing. Okay, let's check the next blues. Okay, let's see. Another blue. Now this already happened, so we're gonna ignore that. Okay, I've showed you already 2 blues working just amazing against the trend, with the trend. Okay, let's see, another blue. No blues, they don't want to show up. Now this only worked for a short period of time. Why? Because see that, guys? Because there's a yellow here that wants to push the price over to here. This is why it didn't go further through. But however, it worked. Look at that, from 0.8 to 20, that already worked. Okay, that already worked. 12, 13 pips, which is still amazing. So you have to think and use your common sense, guys. If there's a super pink that has not finished its job, this blue, even if it shows up and even if it wins, it will only go to the next wall, and the next wall is the orange line on the 15 minutes, and that's where your sensitive exit is. That's how you're supposed to be thinking. Okay, now if this guy would have touched the beer bend flip up here, it would have broken through and gone all the way here to 44 easily. Okay, but it didn't do that. This guy still hasn't come down to here. There's still around 20-30 pips. So therefore, this is why these blues only stopped at the first wall, which is fine. Use your common sense, okay? Okay, let's see another blue. Let's see another blue. Nothing. No more blues. Oh! There's some new blues here. Okay, now look what we have now, guys. Right now, we have 2 pinks that are pushing up, okay, and an 8 hour. Now, this guy's gonna push through way higher because now it has a super pink, pink, pink. So let's do that, and now we're waiting for a yellow or a blue on the 5 minutes to know which one's the entry, okay? Because now we have 2 major pinks that are pushing through higher, and we don't know exactly when it's going to stop because the blues already showed up. However, a yellow or a blue will tell us when it stops and when's the final price push and when to enter, okay? Oh, look at that. So why didn't it not stop here? Because it showed up at 32, right? The yellow. I'm telling you why. Because the new 15 minutes candle showed up, and that needed to also break through. And now that this guy's going through, now there's very clear that the entry is coming, okay? Because the new candle had to push through with the price because you still have the 30 minutes, you still have the 1 and the 4 hours. So clearly this guy was going to push it further through. Now let's see how much higher it's going to go. 46. Ooh. 60. Oh, now guys, look at that. So now we have the yellow, right? Now look what happened, right? The beer band on the 5 minutes flipped and straightened. Now when this happens, this is how we can tell. This is how we can tell that the entry is coming. Okay? After it straightens itself up, this is how we know this is the last push, and it's going to come down. Okay? Ignore my mom and her big mouth. Here we go. It's going to go 57, 59. There we are. See that? Now the yellow shows up. Now this is how we can trust it. 60, is that 60? Yes, 60. And 64, 65. Okay, that's it. We take it at 64. So we take the GCAT at 64. We have 1, 2 blues. We have this. Now this showed up, but again, there has to be a sort of reaction. All of the beer bands are broken. How do I know that it's stopping here? Well, I know because we have the blues and we have the 8-hour blue as well. Now I know all of the super pinks are up and showing up, and this could be a dangerous entry for newbies, or it could be a no-go. I get that, it's fine, but I'm here today to just show you that these blues work and that you're safe to take them if you wanted to choose so. Now, if you wanted to choose to ignore these kind of blues because they have these super pinks, I don't blame you, you could do it. Now, I remember that this won because I took it myself. Okay, let's wait and let's see what's happening. Now remember guys, there has to be an action. You went from 30 to 64. That's plenty of pips for these guys to do their job. The 8 hours showed up on pink. This is how we know it's going to come down. The BB band on 5 minutes flattened. This guy flattened. The yellow showed up. It pushed higher a bit more, and then now it's supposed to come down. This is how I know, and this is how I've seen so many times happening. Okay, so we took it at 64, 65. We're already in 13 pips. See that? Look at that, guys. 46. And it's probably going to go all the way through and come down, but we could say that we could close it at the 5 minutes because it's the end of the class. 46, 45. There you go. See that? 43. And now the blue showed up. But the blue showed up after we took it because we saw the yellow with the blues and we had that previous BB band straighten on the 5 minutes. Okay? See that? It's done. It's over. The daily disappeared because look at that. The 8 hour showed up, so we couldn't have gone higher than that. And these plain pinks did its job, which is breaking all those BB bands. And it worked. We took it at 64, that's 21 pips, all the way down to 43. So in total, with all of the blues that we've just done, that is 98 pips or less. Maybe I'm not that great with gathering them. No, 88 pips. That's 88 pips in 3 trades with the blues, guys, in one session. That's all you needed. That's all you needed. Okay, guys, that was it from me. Hope you liked it. Hopefully I don't need to do more. It's very clear and obvious that every time the blues showed up, they work. If you take it in the right way, you take it outside the BB bands, you wait for the 1 hour BB bands to break, they win. That's all you have to do. Okay, guys, I will see you in the room. Hopefully this will be up by tomorrow, being Wednesday, the 6th of May. Okay, I'll see you in the room, guys. Bye-bye.